Huh, what's this? Joe, check this out. LOL, Tara. Uh-oh. Okay. Wow, Tara started her own vlog. Good for her. Why don't she say LOL? What the fuck?
So, the morale among the men has, how shall I say this, been rather upbeat ever since you allowed gays to marry, sir.
Now I know why she was saying LOL.
I must say the other half are upset that you decided to raise the wages of women to equal pay for both sexes. Though I have no idea why, perhaps the last cooties attack is still fresh on their minds. Nevertheless, as a result, we have a 20% boost to Army morale, but a -5 gold per turn for the next 6 turns. And sir, a personal thank you from me for making Gabajuju leaves legal again. Their hallucinogenic properties are well known. For medicinal purposes, of course. Whoa! Whoa, man! Far out! I have like 5 fingers. Oh! Whoa! Damn it! This is complete chaos! What have I done? Hey, hello, I didn't see you there. Just making decisions for the angry army. Don't worry about him, okay? He'll be fine.
Oh, for the love of God, Angry Joe, why? Told you to keep your hands off that damn cloning machine. This is what happens when you clone yourself. Multiple times. Chaos ensues. Welcome back to the Adventurous Joe Show. To Season 2 of the Adventurous Joe Show. We are back after a 5-week absence, and I will tell you why about that 5-week absence right now. I competed in the Halo 5... I did it to myself already. Halo 4's Global Championship Tournament, and yours truly got fucked. And I mean fucked. This damn thing was rigged to beyond measure, because there's no way in hell people that are skill ranked 130 are being beaten by skill rank 1, 2, even a 15. The Halo tournament was a joke, and I'm saying that with great disdain in my voice, because not only did I not make anywhere near first place, I went in the first week 8th place. Second and third week, 7th place. 4th week, ended up in 5th place and dropped down to 6th. And finally, last week, which was the 5th week, ended up in 6th place again. I said, fuck it, I'm done. Plus, I was not the only one to say this. Other pros that 2 of them that I was being trained by, that were also competing in the tournament, dropped out. Also, other people started to drop out of the tournament. When the whole thing began on week 1, there were over 3,000 players. 3,000! And by week 2, 3, 4, 5, it dwindled down into hundreds. Just hundreds. The last week I played, week 5, which was last week, 300 and some people playing. That's it. Everyone else dropped. They dropped the fuck out of the tournament. Why? Because Microsoft 343 and the Virgin people that were supposed to be taking care of this stupid tournament weren't doing their job. There was tons of glitching. People were reporting this stuff to Microsoft and them, and nobody did a damn thing. So, people just began to drop out of the tournament. Also, there's just so much controversy going on with this thing that it's hard to fathom whether or not, there actually is any winners. My dad said something about that, when I talked to him about it, he said that maybe the whole damn thing was rigged to have one of their people win. Go figure, right? Who knows? Okay, on to business. Now, while I was away for those 5 weeks, apparently a lot's changed. Comic-Con took place, which, of course, I was supposed to do my next show on and stuff. But when I entered the tournament, I decided I'll just take a 5-week absence, go from there, and everything else. Well, apparently in my 5 weeks gone, Angry Joe cloned himself, playing with the cloning device, and major chaos ensued out of that. Don't ask. The video that Tara left me was enough. Also, Tara Babcock, my good friend, also started her own vlog videos. That's a pretty good thing for her. But, on to different subjects as it is right now. Tara did a Women in Esports video, and a lot of people, should pay close attention to this, because it focuses not just on one gender, like, the women are getting treated badly on this, and men are thinking this way about them, blah, 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 blah. No, she did a sober kind of view on it, and it's kind of interesting how it all plays out. But she's got her own opinions about everything. That's why I love her. She is a good friend, and a terrific model, and video gamer. Come on, people. Have you seen her play in StarCraft 2 and these other games? She's doing better than I am. Then again, she's been doing it longer than I have, too. So, anyways, without further ado, here's Tara Babcock with Women in Esports. And after this, I'll tell you about my Autobot namesake, King Atlas.
Today I'm going to cover the very sensitive topic of women in esports. I've kind of shrugged this off in the past just to keep things positive and to avoid the shitstorm that I'm sure will be in all of the comments anywhere this is posted. But I feel it's never been addressed specifically from my side. Usually it's by men or by women who take a more feminist approach where they say that sexualization is killing esports and doesn't belong in gaming, and they speak about it rather emotionally. That sort of thing. While I am very much at the center of this controversy, it doesn't really affect me the way it affects other women, as I have a more logical view on this topic. And that's kind of why I wanted to cover it and shed some light on both sides. I wanted to take a more sober and unadulterated logical stance than anyone's ever taken before. First off, some of you might not know me, so here's a little bit of a background. I'm a model by profession, but I grew up gaming every chance I could get, and that hobby just kind of stuck with me throughout life. Now that I've created a comfortable living through my career, I decided to take more time to invest into my passion for gaming and follow my dreams of having a second job in the industry. Currently, I write gaming articles for 2 different gaming websites. I've also been streaming for almost a year now, and I currently pull about 1,000 concurrent viewers each time. I'm controversial because I may not be the best player yet, but I have one of the most popular streams on top of being open sexually as well as with my opinions. I also go by the hook the supermodel nerd, which definitely solidifies how seriously I take myself. Alas, some people do not perceive it the way it is meant. I'm 23 now, and about 18 of those years I've spent in some kind of gaming culture or gaming community. With all of that said, to kind of add perspective to my point, I do want to keep this video as detached from my personal experience as possible, as I do feel it was a unique one. Okay, Let's go. Gaming is still a very male-dominated niche arena in some ways, but esports is even more to that effect. Women who have already established themselves in the scene are either worshipped and adored, or met with an excessive amount of hate and comments meant to degrade them. As a note, this isn't just by the male demographic, but by other females as well. When I refer to something that is meant to degrade, I mean sexual statements that, because of society, are used in hurtful ways by people who are trying to show their disrespect. For instance, "you have nice tits" is not inherently a bad thing, but when someone says it, they basically mean, "your content and personality does not interest me at all. You are nothing but breasts," instead of a compliment to the added visual perk. On the other hand, women entering the scene have to endure a barrage of incredulous accusations about why they're entering. Are you a real gamer, or is this just about attention and money? Who in the community are you sleeping with? Except these are not so much asked as they are assumed, and not very nicely. The intensity of this experience directly relates to how popular the girl is, how long she's been in the scene, and how attractive she is in a mainstream way. Ergo, a cute little redhead girl who wears baggy clothing and no makeup will be treated less poorly than a girl who looks more glamorized. With that being said, no woman has ever entered esports without having this issue to some extent, no matter how she looks or carries herself. I've modded Liv and Pink's chat many times when she's wearing a tee up to her neck and glasses, only to time out people that shout, "oh my god, boobs," and other silly things. There are a few reasons these phenomena occur. One is that it's based in some truth and rooted in history. There have been many a gamer girl only hired for her appearance who captured the hearts of men and then showed her true colors and vanished, paycheck in hand. And this has happened here in the StarCraft community many times. There are girls who are only getting off on the immense attention that they're getting from being girls in gaming. And there are many women who don't bring anything to the community, don't care about StarCraft, and don't create content, yet expect everything to come easy. There are fangirls who use men in gaming and then break their hearts. Unlike a lot of other women, I do understand where this is coming from, and I understand that an amount of the women who are entering the esports community are living up to these negative stereotypes. While this reaction is understandable in some ways, it's not going to allow esports to grow and thrive as all of us who love it want it to. The esports community is somewhat close-knit, and in a way want to remain a hardcore group, so anytime anyone wants to enter the community, there is a certain level of skepticism, especially in regard to females. Think of other large communities, like music or sports. All kinds of people have contributed to the spread of those things, and all kinds of people make them up. It's not just full of young males who act a certain way. It's not even just full of good people. It's full of anyone who wants to get involved, for whatever reason. That's when something can truly grow, when anyone is allowed to participate. Diversity is important. Another big part of it is today's societal views and the stigma that female sexuality, or caring at all about your appearance or figure, is a negative thing. Being proud of your form, taking care of your body, showing it off at all, or being open about what you like or do sexually all fall into this category. Women who embrace their sexuality at all in this community instantly have no merit, nor does any of the content they produce. No matter how high quality or how much effort put into it, it will garner little to no respect. If she wants respect, she's supposed to act and look a certain way, and if she does not, she's expected to change in order to become more acceptable. Rather than simply being judged on her actions, intentions, and actual content and contributions she makes to the community. A girl cannot wear something that shows off her figure or make provocative jokes, while men in the community can do so as they please for the most part. Dragon is looked up to while playing in a bikini, while most women have to worry about the size of their shirt on stream. While I do understand the difference, and the fact that a girl doing the same thing as Dragon can be considered erotic and out of place instead of just funny, the double standard still stands. This is because I honestly don't think a very attractive male model would have any problem streaming without a shirt or in a sleeveless shirt or anything, even if it got all the girls' blood flowing. To make matters worse, some of the more sensitive or feminist women are hiding themselves completely for fear of garnering this negative connotation that comes with just being a woman. They'll avoid posting pictures of themselves at all, even as like avatar pics on Twitter, and they wouldn't dare stream with a webcam. This, in my opinion, also ties into why men believe that women don't like sex or being sexy. They have been so looked down upon their whole lives for having a sexuality at all that they haven't embraced it or experimented, and therefore have become like sexually inept or even handicapped. Whether you approve of sexual openness or not, sexual health is very important, and the lack of knowledge going around because of a stigma is very bad for women both emotionally and physically. Not to mention what it does to the dynamic of a male and female relationship. And again, it's not just men. Both men and women will degrade other women for this. Sometimes other girls can even be more vicious than men, as they won't go over the top with sexual comments, they'll just try to really belittle your character and bring you down. It's also made it very hard for men to compliment women on their appearance at all. Women will often take it as a negative thing, and that causes friction as well. I know it seems that I've gone off on a tangent, but this is a huge underlying issue for esports and gaming. Sure, I mean, some levels of eroticism are out of place in esports, but the way people act when someone wears a tank top on stream or a dress on stage is just ridiculous. Aside from all that general hate, there is a disdain for the fact that women get more attention and viewership overall in esports. This is really just because there's still a novelty in the scene. Even though it's been a few years now, women being interested in gaming is still a relatively new thing. Some people get very angry when a woman gets views on her stream and believe that it's just because she has boobs. Well, to be honest, if their content isn't somewhat enjoyable and entertaining, people will just leave really quickly and go look at porn on the internet. A pair of covered up tits is not going to hold the attention of people hour after hour, stream after stream, and you know Twitch doesn't allow nudity. It's not only gaming level or ability that can hold or garner a large audience. Entertaining, nice, and funny streamers who engage their audience, or those who bring really high quality content, will also garner views. This is something I've noticed that people don't generally seem to understand. It's the actual quality of content that ultimately decides the longevity and amount of said popularity. It's really the same principle as being a 12-year-old GM, a celebrity that likes StarCraft, or someone who's disabled but can still play. Pretty much anything unique, attractive, or interesting can be that book cover that hooks people in, or just being really lucky in the first place. Women do have that added appeal though, by being desired sexually too, as most of the community still is of the opposite sex. This is also why men will focus more on the beauty and sexual aspect of the girl rather than her gameplay because, let's face it, it is totally hot to a guy for a girl to like the same things they do, especially when it's so rare still. I've noticed also that people get really bent out of shape when women get spots on professional teams even though they lack the skill to actually win tournaments. Many even claim that it limits the opportunities for new GMs to join these teams. Well, maybe this would be the case if there were enough women good enough to win an MLG or a WCS. I actually think it's a good idea to encourage women to get to that level, and to nurture them in a suiting environment instead of shunning them for trying. It's marketing for the teams, marketing for the community, and building the possibility of the next GM female sensation. It really is a win-win, guys. The only thing that does suck is the lack of presentable girls that actually know about games to hire as hosts or interviewers. Companies who hire clueless pretty girls are ruining it for those who can do the presentation side of the job, as well as have the game knowledge to do so properly, as companies are really scared to remake mistakes. So, here are some of the suggestions and hopes I have for the community. Sure, a girl can appear a certain way, but why be that ass that assumes something without anything other than baggage from past fake gamer girls to back it up? It takes time and research to formulate an educated opinion, and you're not going to be the hero of esports or unique if you just belittle a girl you don't even know. Again, it's not the cover that should matter in the end. It should be their intent as to why they are gaming, if they love it, and the quality of content that they bring to the community. And this cannot be ascertained just by what's not between her legs, her clothing style, or even her league. No matter who they are, new people in the scene is a good thing and should be embraced and given the benefit of the doubt. If not for the growth of the community, then just to not be another dick troll on the internet. We totally have more asshole trolls in the community than we do parasitic girls, by the way. I know it's instinct to protect the community that you love so much, but it's not your job or right to decide who deserves what, or to impose your own morals on others. StarCraft specifically is a very hard, intense game. When a new girl is cool enough to be interested, it really is a wonderful thing. And if you do come to a personal conclusion that a woman is just abusing her place in esports using her gender, or just really isn't good for the scene, it's best to just ignore her presence, for two reasons. One is that you can take satisfaction in knowing you didn't feed her ego and give her any of the attention she so desperately needs. And two, you won't give her more popularity and she'll probably just go away. Problem solved! Not only is this what you wanted in the first place, but it's also a much more positive way to go about it. With all of that said, we want more girls in the community. I might be able to take the hate, but some innocent sweet girl just dipping her toes in the spawning pool might be completely scared away by the way people usually handle new women coming into the community. Not everyone is a stereotype, and there's nothing inherently wrong with being a girl, even a sexy one. Don't let other girls' abuse of esports ruin it for every subsequent one. And girls, people on the internet can be assholes. Don't even dignify it with an emotional response. Just be yourself, be who you are, and enjoy gaming to your heart's content while proving them wrong. It takes some time, but if you show you're passionate about gaming for long enough, even some of the trolls will come around and admit they were mistaken. And try to understand where they're coming from too. I hope that this video has given all of its viewers a new perspective on things, and hopefully a little bit of insight on both sides as to what women go through, what the community goes through, and why. Maybe we can just go ahead and larva inject some positivity and understanding into this situation. As always, I'll be replying to as many comments as I can, so if you have a question, compliment, or criticism on the video, I would love to hear it. I'd like to close this with a shout out to some of the girls in the gaming scene who I think are doing an amazing job. Keep doing what you're doing, whether it be playing, interviewing, hosting, streaming, or just participating in the community. You guys are awesome. Thanks for watching!
Okay, there you have it, people. Women in esports. Make sure to show them some respect, and if you see Living Pink in them, you know, tweet them and tell them, hey, how much you appreciate them. And Tara Babcock as well. Thanks again, Tara. Also, okay, now you're probably wondering why I'm wearing the Batman shirt. Well, big news was revealed during Comic-Con which I wasn't around for and missed. But Angry Joe's got all the little subject for you right here. Turns out Zack Snyder's next Superman film, which he's already been greenlighted for, before the first film even came out in theaters, he was already greenlit to do another one. What the fuck, really? Hollywood must be really desperate. Okay, anyways. Here's the Angry Joe man himself to tell you all about what the hell got revealed at Comic-Con and what it's got to do with this.
Alright, what's the latest Comic-Con news? They're doing it! They're fucking doing it! Zack Snyder announces Batman, Superman. Check out the official logo. Holy shit, guys, it's exactly what I was hoping that they would do and not fucking rush Justice League. That would have been completely inappropriate. I said, look, what you have to do is you have to make a Batman Superman movie. Your two biggest freaking heroes, the guys that sell DC really, would just destroy in a movie together. Especially if you're somehow able to get Christian Bale. I know Christian Bale has said no more Batman, but for the love of God, just roll up trucks of money, because that would get everybody excited who has seen previous Batmans. That franchise made billions of dollars, so $1 billion. You have to find a way to get Christian Bale involved and Christopher Nolan. And I'm scared now that Legendary Pictures is not involved and Christopher Nolan may not be doing it, and you know, Christian Bale may not be doing it, that this could lead into some sort of disaster. Now, I'm gonna mix in this amazing fucking news with some amazing fucking paranoia. Wait a minute. Shit. Okay, because to be honest, when you guys first shared this link with me, you thought I'd be so fucking excited. And I am. But I don't really appreciate how it was announced. And I'll tell you why. Let me look it up here. Here we go. So, Zack Snyder was teasing the fans, and he said, move aside to the moderator at the DC panel, and he said, I'm going to take the lecture from you because some shit is going to happen up here, okay? And then he continued. He said, quote, it's official that we're going to make another Superman movie. And you say, Zack, what is this movie about? But you don't want me to tell you that. You want to go out and see the movie. But I can say that maybe there's a single element that will be in the film that I could help you out with. I was thinking about how to do that. I poured through the DC universe to look for a way to tell this thing. We're writing the thing now, but I came across a thing I found that will help you understand it. Okay? And then Harry Lennox read this line from Frank Miller's Dark Knight Returns. Frank Miller's Dark Knight Returns.
I want you to remember, Clark, in all the years to come, in all your most private moments, I want you to remember my hand at your throat. I want you to remember the one man who beat you.
Oh my fucking god. Oh my god.
Oh my fucking god.
That's Batman speaking to Superman at the end of Miller's story, and it's something that I've already addressed in the freaking Batman Superman top 10 reasons why Superman is better than Batman, and I cannot believe it depresses me that this is the fucking quote he's going to write about the Batman Superman movie. I don't want this to be a versus movie.
But I didn't have to go easy on you. A different binding agent, a stronger mix. I want you to remember that. I wanted to remind you to stay out of my way. In all the years to come, in your most private moments, I want you to remember the one man who beat you.
Bruce.
Okay, I want this to be a team-up movie. I don't want it to be an adaptation of Frank Miller's terrible fucking book. It's a fucking badass book for Batman. There's no denying how awesome that story is for Batman. But for Superman, they completely rip away who Superman really is. Frank Miller completely changes who Superman is, and he blindly follows authority from the president and acts out and goes up against Batman because the president told Superman that Batman is a rogue and he needs to be taken out. That's why they came together. That's why Batman said that to Superman. Okay, so why are you quoting that fucking terrible part? You're shitting all over Superman. You just finished doing justice to Superman in a new, fresh way, and now you're going to turn around and you're going to shit on Superman? How is this movie going to be? Now, I reckon that they will have Batman come into the picture, and at first they're gonna be fighting, right? And Batman is gonna beat Superman because Batman is more popular. That's what they're gonna do. You don't have to fucking do that in the movie. You don't have to fucking do that. But that's what they're gonna do because they want to show that human beings are still capable of beating gods. That's the point they want to get across, because you can relate with Batman easier than you can with Superman, our protector, or somebody that inspires hope rather than instilling fear through vengeance like Batman does. I guarantee you that's how it's going to be. They're going to have Batman come in, beat Superman some way, because Superman is inexperienced. You saw all the destruction. You saw the way that he handled to the best of his ability. Batman probably wouldn't have been able to do that against so many different Kryptonians, or maybe he could, because he's fucking Batman. But, you know, he's going to take advantage of his inexperience. He's going to beat him. And then they're going to fucking team up. So, I'm going to tell you why this news is bittersweet. Because I wanted another Superman sequel. Okay, I wanted a film that addresses all of the things that people had criticisms of the first one. I wanted that Daily Planet sort of storyline. I wanted Lex Luthor to come in. It was set up so perfectly for an individual Superman sequel that has nothing to do with Batman. This is a terrible decision, in my opinion, when I think about it, to do this before a proper Superman sequel. And it's because Warner Brothers is so fucking desperate to get a Justice League movie done that this is the step that they want to take. I said, Superman sequel, then you start doing your fucking team-up movies. Stop rushing yourself because Marvel is beating your ass into the ground with these team-up movies. You don't need to equal them. Forget about Marvel. Do the best you can for your characters. And right now, this isn't the best movie for the Superman character. It's not. It is for the third one. I don't look forward to a Superman 3. I look forward to a Superman 2, then a team up, then a fucking, you know, maybe Justice League, then a Superman 3 where you can go fucking Doomsday. Hell yes. But not right now. It's too fucking early. You're rushing the hell out of this. And who are you going to pick to be Batman? Please don't say Armie Hammer. Okay? Armand Hammer. That guy from The Lone Ranger who was rumored, well, not rumored, he actually was going to be Batman in a Justice League project by Warner Brothers and never took off and never finished. And that worries me because I particularly don't see him as a Batman. I don't think he's a strong enough actor and like a fucking badass like Batman is to really get across how Batman is and can be as good as Superman. But I don't want these two to fight in this film. It blows me away because I want this. I want this so much, but then I don't. I want there to be another Superman sequel to continue to set up Superman and to do all the things that the first film missed out on and really set him up as the hero and bring in Lex Luthor that plays on the fields of humanity from Superman, but then Superman finding like, yes, he's right, I messed up, and then just become hopeless, but then realize that he is the one that can help us and he can protect us, and yes, he made some mistakes. And making that mistake at the end of the film, I'm going to spoil it here. You can step aside or skip ahead if you don't want it spoiled. After killing Zod, which Zod wins, by the way, by forcing Superman to kill him in a warrior's death. That's what Zod's goal was the whole time. Zod wins. But by doing that and having that done within Superman's first week as Superman, it was perfect. And Superman will learn from that experience and he will say, this is why I can never take another life. This is why killing is wrong. I will always find a different way. And that is something that could have been explored in the sequel with Lex Luthor. Now they're bringing in fucking Batman. Now the whole movie has to be centered around Batman, and you know that's what's going to happen because Batman has made $1 billion and Superman has only made 615 right now, right? So I don't know how they're going to treat these characters. Are they going to give way more importance to Batman because of his history and because he's done such big box office numbers? They're going to make Batman the badass in the Superman Batman movie, which is supposed to be a Superman sequel. See, that is my main and huge concern. The only way I can see that I would enjoy this film or be less concerned about it is if the storyline, it's a Superman film. It's a Superman film, Lex Luthor comes in, and that same thing that I was talking about, Daily Planet, Lex Luthor, playing off the fears of humanity. If that was the core of the film, then Batman comes in at the same time because Superman needs help against Lex. But see, even then, you're taking away from Superman. It's not... The time is not right for it. And I know I'm going to get downvoted like a motherfucker because you guys expect me to be the champion for this film. And I will when I see more and when I'm convinced. But right now, I think it's too early. I think you need to finish doing Superman, do one more Superman film, set it up, and then create a greater foe that Superman and Batman need to team up for. Not their meeting so that we can rush Justice League out the door. And that quote, actually Superman's made $630 million, but that quote using fucking The Dark Knight Returns for Frank Miller, that really depressed me. Like, any Superman fans out there, when he started reading from that quote, should have been like, really? This is going to be the Superman sequel? Fuck! I wanted one more. But now this movie is going to come out in 2015. They're going to rush it. They're going to find some fucking Batman. And it's rumored that after this, the next film will possibly be rumored. These are rumors. This wasn't officially confirmed, but a Flash film in 2016, and then the Justice League movie in 2017. You know, apparently they're skipping Green Lantern. They're not rebooting that. So, damn, man. Damn. Here's the official statement. On the heels of the worldwide success of The Man of Steel, director Zack Snyder is bringing together the two greatest superheroes of all time, Batman and Superman, for the first time on the big screen. The announcement was made today by Greg Silverman, President, Creative Development and Worldwide Production, and Sue Kroll, President, Worldwide Marketing and International Distribution, Warner Brother Pictures. The current hit Man of Steel has taken in more than $630 million at worldwide at the box office and climbing. There's some more markets coming out in Japan and Brazil here soon. Along with its star, Henry Cavill, the upcoming film brings back Amy Adams. It's going to bring back Lois. It's going to bring back Lawrence Fishburne and Diane Lane, which is Superman's mother. The new Batman has yet to be cast. Snyder is co-writing the story with David Goyer, who will pen the screenplay. Production is expected to begin in 2014, with the anticipated release in summer 2015. Oh, shit. Zack Snyder is an incredibly talented filmmaker, but beyond that, he's a fan first, and he utterly gets this genre. We could not think of anyone better suited to the task of bringing these iconic superheroes to the screen in his own way. We are thrilled to be back in business with Zack and his team on this next movie, and the success of Man of Steel is a wonderful testament to the love and support that both fans and new audiences worldwide have for these characters. Notice it's moving away from Superman, and we are very excited to see that Zack has what Zack has in store for us. Superman and Batman together on the big screen is a dream come true for DC fans everywhere. All of us at DC Entertainment could not be more excited for Zack continuing the vision for the DC universe. I agree 100 freaking percent. Oh, fuck, man. 100% I agree. But it needed one more Superman. Oh, here's breaking news. So I'm so excited to begin work again with Henry Cavill in the world we create. I can't wait to expand the DC universe in this next chapter. Let's face it, it's beyond mythological to have Superman and our new Batman facing off, since they are the greatest superheroes in the world. That right there, new Batman, confirms it will not be Christian Bale. Everybody hoping for Christian Bale like I was earlier, forget it. It's not going to be Christian Bale. New Batman facing off. The film brings back Charles Roven, Deborah Snyder as producers, and this time Christopher Nolan and Emma Thomas are serving as executive producers. So thank God, Christopher Nolan is still going to be involved in some way. Yes, it's an executive producer role, but I hope that he still has that same level of input and he still puts in quite a bit of input. I really hope so. Whilst our Dark Knight trilogy is complete, we have every confidence in Zack's fresh interpretation will take the character in a new and exciting direction. So, not Christian Bale. His vision for Superman opened the door to a whole new universe. We can't wait to see what Zack does with the characters. Okay, so I want your guys' thoughts. I let you guys know my thoughts, which was jubilation mixed with, paranoia, and I don't think, but it's too early, and don't put too much emphasis on Batman yet. You can, and there should be tons of emphasis on Batman. I love Batman, but you need to flesh out Superman first. That wasn't enough. That first film just wasn't enough for Superman. You can't have him fight Zod and barely have any backstory and barely have any Daily Planet moments and then just move on to Batman. God dang it, man! You guys are rushing the fuck out of this. This is raw. This is raw emotion. Shut up, man. I'm ranting right now about Batman Superman. Superman Batman. Oh my god, damn it. I want this so bad. I want this project. I've been wanting this project since Will Smith's, what was it? I Am Legend, that little logo there. I've been wanting this ever since then, and now we're finally getting it, and I'm bitching. I know, yeah, download the video, whatever, but you have to really, as a fan of Superman, realize that Superman just needed one more film, then you can do equal Batman Superman. You can have them fight if you want in the third film, I don't care, and you can give equal time to both, but now it's Superman, and we needed to see more of that. But no, you got to bring in Batman, so he has to be a big focus, and they're going to fight, but then they're going to be friends. I'm going in circles now, but the film has the potential to be really fucking awesome, but it does have the potential to derail all of the progress that was built with the Man of Steel franchise. I wanted Man of Steel. Then it should have been Man of Tomorrow, not Superman, Batman. It should be Man of Tomorrow, and it would be freaking Lex, and it would show Superman in a more emotional way, in a more in-depth way. It would have Daily Planet. It would have more with Lois Lane. It would build all that up. Then after Man of Tomorrow, then you do The Last Son of Krypton with Doomsday, but you can wait on that one. Do your Batman, Superman, do the Justice League, do some of the other DC characters, then do The Last Son of Krypton. That way there could be cameo appearances when Superman dies in his death against Doomsday, and you can have that funeral scene have massive impact. So guys, I really need to know your opinion. Are you excited? Of course you're excited. You'd be fucking stupid if you weren't excited for this Batman Superman film. But are you as concerned and worried as I am? That they're just kind of forgetting about Superman and moving on to this film right now. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys on the next Angry Joe show.
Okay, so there you have it. The next Superman film is going to be a Batman-Superman team-up or versus kind of thing. Right now, it's up in the air. Up in the air. Up, and away! Okay, now, as I was telling you before about what I said at the end of Tara's Women in Esports video, I would tell you all about my Autobot namesake. A lot of people want to know why I go by the name King Atlas. Well, I'll show you. This is my Autobot namesake. This is King Atlas. Now, originally, he was a Transformer, part of the whole Machine Wars thing, series that came out, and he was Starscream. He was actually Starscream, a black version of Starscream. I mean, a total black version, black and silver kind of thing. But Transformers Universe came out, they redid him, and made him King Atlas. This guy I love. Plus, he's from the Transformer Universe comics, and in the comics, he is bigger than all the other, the regular-sized Autobots and stuff. I meant taller, too. He freaking takes 2 Decepticons at one point in the comic and just smashes their heads together. With, you know, he's tall, standing over them and shit. Well, anyways, in my Transformers stories I write, Transformers ASF, this is me. I turn into this big guy. All from the transformation watch I have and stuff. It's kind of like Power Rangers, but not without the whole, it's morphin' time. Anyways, okay. So there you go. That's my King Atlas toy and stuff. And speaking of toys, I opened up my own, while I was on my nice little hiatus and stuff, the Adventurous Joe Show opened up its own little store. That's right. We have our own online store now called the Adventurous Joe Store. Yeah, it's kind of canny, but at the same time, fun to play around with. Anyways, we got items of all kinds, from DVDs to action figures. Yeah, look at that. Action figures, people. You can have fun with these. There's a lot of people out there that love action figures still. Now, if they got a problem with that, that's their doing, not mine. We also got comic books, and one of the during my comic book review I'm gonna have this one up for sale as well. So, you know, stick around for that. In the meantime, God almighty, long time no see on this stuff. Sorry. In the meantime, I want to thank some fans of mine for some of the shirts and other things I've been receiving, which I'm going to show you the pic of that in a moment. You just revert over, it'll just revert over to it, and then you'll see it in the, I don't know how to add it up in the corner or something, and it's like, oh well. I'm working on this kind of stuff. But speaking of the Adventurous Joe the Adventurous Joe Store, that I opened, we also are working on custom one-of-a-kind items, like custom-made t-shirts. I'm talking with a guy on eBay that does these custom-made Star Wars shirts and stuff, and he's working on tooling with some ideas on making me my own custom-made t-shirt. So when that's finished, I will be wearing it, and you will see it for all the world to see. Perfect. Also, those that are involved in the Adventurous Joe show will also get their own t-shirt once everything is patented, done, yeah, so on and so forth. Okay, now then, like I said, I want to thank some of my fans for the great t-shirts. The Batman shirt you saw me wearing and the Mushroom League t-shirt, I both got those from a couple of my fans. I also received some DVDs and Game of Thrones for one. Game of Thrones Season 1 and 2 on DVD. Thank you! That's all I had to say about that one. Thank you! And, I have a lot more, going on in life and stuff. But, if you're a fan of the show and you want to buy me a gift or send me a gift or something, you can always go to my Amazon wish list. I'm putting it down at the bottom of the screen. Down at the bottom of the... Sorry about that. Down at the bottom, where the comments are and stuff like that, just look in the description area and you'll see the link to it. Also, there's a lot that happened while I was away. And I had to take some time off, do some things, and compete in the tournament like I did, and it just made me think about things more, like what I'm going to do from here and stuff. Well, considering I decided to come back and this is Season 2, we got a lot in store. Hopefully we'll be around for another 10 episodes and so on and so forth. One can only hope, right? Anyways, if you want to check out the Adventurous Joe Store, just follow the link down below and you can see all the products we have up for sale. Also, great. My mind just went blank here about things. Oh! Sneaky Zebras! I forgot to mention those wonderful guys from the UK and stuff. They're pretty good at this stuff. Is it UK or Australia? I think it's Australia. Or it could be both. I don't know. Either way, they're great guys. I checked out their cosplay video that they did from San Diego Comic-Con. Terrific. I mean, it featured a lot of cosplayers I know and a lot that I didn't know. And including Ivy Doom Kitty was there. I mean, my God, I knew she was going to San Diego Comic-Con and going to be there and stuff. But I didn't think she'd be featured in this video. I was like, wow. So was Yaya Han and a few others I know. I mean, it was great seeing them. I loved every moment of it. Plus the song by Down with Webster called 1 in a Million was excellent. I mean, it was beautiful to put this song in there. It fit perfectly because it was basically telling you that this, just because you're a cosplayer, you're just 1 in a million. You ain't nobody special. There's always more than one of you, so to speak. I mean, there's a lot of special ones out there, but hey, not judging here and stuff. So anyways, here it is. Sneaky Zebras cosplay video of San Diego Comic-Con featuring the song by Down with Webster, 1 in a Million. Enjoy. Ho-ho! Wow! Love that video. Great job, Sneaky Zebras. Whew! Unreal. Okay, now, comic book review time. Avengers style, baby. Well, sort of Avengers style. Okay, at Comic-Con, Joss Whedon announced that Avengers movie number 2 is going to be titled The Age of Ultron. What? Anyways, comic book review is about none other than Age of Ultron. This story had me so fucking lost. I mean, seriously. The story went from the beginning of the story, it went from the entire city of New York City being decimated. It's a destroyed wasteland. This huge motherfucking tower is standing there now. I guess what was used to be Avengers Tower is now Ultron's base of operations, so to speak. And it turns out Ultron was not even here. What? Yeah, Ultron was not here in the present. He was all the way in the future. And did all this. Decimated the planet Earth. Killed off 95% of all the superheroes or more. The Avengers were decimated. Most of them were killed. Vision was being controlled once again by Ultron, but not at his own by his own will, mind you. But here's how the story got me completely lost. Nothing. No backstory. The backstories all took place between these. All these. Certain issues of the comics, like Fantastic Four, Superior Spider-Man, so on and so forth. All of them took place with their little own backstory here. Not in the main story. Here. And now Joss Whedon has announced that Age of Ultron is going to be the next Avengers movie? What the fuck, man? Thanos was shown at the end of Avengers, and that gave everyone the idea maybe that Thanos was coming into the picture. Nope. 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 Joss Whedon surprised everybody by announcing Avengers: The Age of Ultron is going to be the next Avengers movie. That's how I feel right now. Just wanted to smash my own head in. I was hoping that Avengers, under Joss Whedon's direction, under Disney, was not going to be destroyed. You know, this was going to be a great franchise, keep it up, so on and so forth. Nope. Hope went flying right out the window, especially after he announced also that Tony Stark will be the one who creates Ultron. Not Hank Pym. Hank Pym, as you know, Ant-Man, or Giant Man, whatever you want to call him, either way, he always grew either way. He's the one that originally created Ultron, the nightmare of the Marvel Universe. But, sadly, that's not the case with the movie universe. Because in Age of Ultron, for this movie, Tony Stark will accidentally create Ultron, not knowing he created him, and so on and so forth. And the Avengers are going to have to battle him, and so on and so forth. But Hank Pym won't be in it, because the Ant-Man movie is not scheduled to come out till after Avengers: Age of Ultron. What? Oh my God! I am decimated. I am angry. I feel like the Hulk right now. I just want to smash something. Can't do that, though. Anyways, Age of Ultron. Great artwork. Lost. The story had me completely lost. Between reading it and the backstories in the specially marked issues, the story had me completely lost. Now, given the great artwork to this, I mean, this is the foil cover just for number 1. Okay? Now, I'm going to show you, just carefully here. Falls along the lines of derp. Okay. Check this out. Cover to cover. Nice, like this, right? Now, check out the artwork inside. It's pretty good. But, still, the story had me completely lost. I mean, I get the first issue, and I says, okay, this is going to be good. All the heroes are being killed off by the monster that Hank Pym created, and so on and so forth. No. The story lost me completely. So for that, I give it a 5 out of 10. Why? Mostly because the story was not written correctly. It should have been, instead of back issues, instead of these certain marked issues that would be the backstory, the pivotal thing of all of this, it basically just had me lost. So, Avengers 2, Age of Ultron will be coming out 2015. But, Age of Ultron, the comic book, series, mini-series, whatever you want to call it, gets a 5 out of 10. Sucks, right? Okay, we're back. Now, I recently did a special video that was called Destiny vs. Cancer. It was actually titled DVC, Destiny vs. Cancer. Now, it turns out cosplayer Destiny Nicholson was diagnosed with melanoma, and she was needing a lot of help because she didn't have medical insurance and so on and so forth. And as a woman that took place in one of my videos and stuff, in the cosplayer tribute video, by the way, and she's also a great woman to get to know and be a friend with and so on and so forth. I decided to help her out in my own way. So I did Destiny vs. Cancer, a little film kind of thing. It was actually kind of like a promotional kind of thing, saying, hey, you know, she needs our help. Let's get to it. Be the good guys. Help her out. Don't be an ass about it, so on and so forth. And I got people, I got Sailor Moon, I got the Transformers, I got the G.I. Joe, and I got the Avengers to all take part in it. Awesome! Anyways, Superman and them were kind of too busy to save the world, so saving the world while the others were taking part in things, so they decided to stay out of it. Okay, probably for the best, considering DC, you know, is not on the best of terms with everybody in Marvel. Ooh, okay. Anyways, if you want to check out the video, I'm posting the link down below. Check it out. Leave a comment. Make sure it's a nice one, because Destiny herself even approved it, and she said that I was a sweet guy for doing it for her and stuff. Hey, I'm good at what I do, baby. Stick around me long enough, you'll find I'm amazing. Okay, now, Mr. Amazing here has got other things to talk about, such as these little gems that came in the mail for me today. New! Look at this. This is Ultimate Snake Eyes. Ultimate Snake Eyes. Ultimate Cobra Commander. Ultimate Storm Shadow. And the Data Viper. Yeah. These are all from the new wave of the G.I. Joe Retaliation line. And they are amazing figures. I mean, you already know I'm not going to keep these things in the package, so there's no point in it. I mean, no point in having toys if you can't enjoy them, even if you're an adult. Okay, anyways, I wanted to thank the fan that sent them to me. It's anonymous. I hate when they send them anonymous, but at the same time, you know, I'm glad I got them from somebody, you know. Just like the Halo figures and so on and so forth. I got fans out there. I'm glad I have fans out there. The show's only been on for 10 episodes, and now this is season 2, and this is our first episode. And it's like, already I've got a lot of fans out there, and they're all saying about how much they like my show. I mean, even in Japan, for God's sake, they're all saying how funny the show is, how hot Tara is, so on and so forth. I mean, alright! I'm on to something real damn good here, apparently. Okay, anyways, I'm going to talk more about the Halo 4 tournament. I took place in it, and not only didn't make it into the first place position at all, ever, but constantly ran into issues with it. I mean, too much stopping in the middle of the gameplay, too much glitching, server drops, so on and so forth. I can understand why people started to drop out of it. But that's not why I wanted to talk to you. I met some amazing people through this tournament. I met amazing people. One guy, he's actually a little kid. He's only 12 years old. And he's all the way over in the UK. And this kid is already at level 130. And I was like, holy shit, and you're taking place in this tournament? I mean, this kid was good. I mean, really good for being a 12-year-old. Damn. Anyways, I also had a couple of pros training me on the side and stuff that dropped out of the tournament. They said that they just could not handle this crap. Too much of either cheating, glitching, so on and so forth. And, you know, I was right there with them. I couldn't handle it either. But these two pros, they trained me. They kept me going. And I want to say thank you to them. I also want to say thank you to the pros that were in the strategy guide that gave me great tips on how to do everything, building up my weaponry, so on and so forth. But alas, it didn't work for me, you know. In the tournament, I failed badly. But out of it, I made some good friends, new allies, so on and so forth. We started our own guild. I meant guild, team, whatever you want to call it on Halo. It was still cool. Either way, thanks guys. I had a great time teaming with yous. I look forward to doing more with you and everything when I'm playing games and so on and so forth. Still gotta get my Master Chief armor. Haven't played the campaign level yet. I'm gonna play it on Legendary so I can get Master Chief's armor. Whew! That's gonna be fun to play in multiplayer. Okay, so moving on. Tara started her own new channel. Apparently, that, like I said, lots changed when I've been away. So, you want to check out her vlog channel? Follow the link down below. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe to her channel. I mean, she had Terra Tactics taking place, and apparently it got dropped. Not enough viewers, they said. Not enough people supporting it, they said. I was like, what the fuck, man? Seriously? Terra Tactics was great. It was telling you everything you wanted to know about StarCraft 2. Great tactics in it, strategies, how to do this, how to do that. You know, you've listened to the woman, you tell her, you know, thanks, you know, for giving me these tactics and stuff. Because when I started playing StarCraft 2 again, I didn't know shit about what the hell I was doing until I listened to her tactics. I was like, holy crap, it's actually kind of how we met. Online, that is. You know, we haven't actually met in person, so I look forward to the day I actually do get to meet her in person. You know, I plan to give her a big hug and say, oh, thank you for being such a great friend, and so on and so forth. But anyways, you want to know more? Check out the link down below and follow her channel. Subscribe to it. Let her know how much she's appreciating this stuff. She does a damn good job at what she does. And it's not just about her being beautiful or gorgeous or sexy or because she has fake boobs and all this other blah 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 shit people like to say. Ugh, you should listen to her chat sometime when she's on there doing her Twitch TV thing, you know, playing StarCraft 2. You should see some of the comments from the trolls. Literally. There's guys on there talking about how they want to do this to her. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, I don't know how many times you've seen guys like this get banned off of a damn channel just for saying these kind of things to a woman. Okay, anyways. Last but not least, one more thing we have to pull off. Cosplayer of the Week is back! Woohoo! Yes! It's a great thing. But it's also someone's birthday today. And our Cosplayer of the Week is none other than Nicole Marie Jean. Oh, sorry. Yay! Great girl, great person to be a friend with, so on and so forth. And she's also a terrific artist. I meant cosplayer, artist. I meant you should see her work on her costumes. She will give you photo details about progress and so on and so forth of how she's doing everything. And she does a terrific job at it. I mean, seriously. But anyway, today is her 28th birthday, and here at the Adventurous Joe Show, we are pleased to announce present, whatever. Our own way of saying congrats and happy birthday to her. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nicole. Happy birthday to you. Okay, this is part of the reason why I'm not allowed to sing. Tara thinks she's terrible at singing. You should hear me. Every time I actually try to sing something, even rock and roll, it comes out sounding like a country singer. Seriously. Anyways, that's our show. Next week we'll have adventures of other kinds, so to speak. We'll have Kick-Ass 2 movie review from Kick-Ass. Oh my god, I am so fucked up right now on everything. This is what happens when you go away for 5 weeks, people. You don't know shit about when you come back. Okay, Angry Joe will have his own movie review of Kick-Ass 2. I haven't seen the film yet. Plan to go see it myself, see what it's like. And from what he's told me, it's not that great. It's not as good as the first one. But I'm willing to give it a shot nonetheless. Also, Tara's going to have other things on her agenda, so to speak. Like I said, lots in store. We'll also have a new cosplayer of the week and so on and so forth. So, from all of us here at the Adventurous Joe Show, I am your host, Joseph Michaels, and we will see you all next time. Peace out, and may the force be with you. Also, again, happy birthday, Nicole Marie Jean. And, speaking of her, here she is. Enjoy her video interview and her pics. And we will see you all next time. Peace out.
When I'm not cosplaying, I am a self-employed artist. I do a lot of sculpting. I also draw. I make a lot of things that appeal to the geek world. I saw people bringing their love of characters to life by making costumes and everything. Because I've always been into art and everything from comic books to video games to movies. And seeing that you could bring both of those things together, it was just appealing to me. I just like to see myself get better in art. I like to make things, whether it's costumes or sculpt, and art has always been a passion, so I like to continue to do that. I like to see what I can come up with next. When I dress up as particular characters, I like to actually get into character. I usually know the character beforehand because it's generally characters that I love, but I think of how would this particular character pose or carry themselves. Females are generally doing female characters, and being able to do a male character allows me to be extra creative, and I get to do something unique and usually my own design. Having a booth at a convention is an incredible experience. I had no idea what it was going to be like. It's great having a place where people can find you, and it's a way to connect with them. When fans come up to my booth, they usually say that they follow my Facebook page, or a lot of them ask me to do a raptor face, which I'm known for, is making silly faces on the internet. Have to have a little bit of confidence to be able to walk into a crowd in something that you created, and you get a lot of praise from people, and it does build your confidence just to hear, wow, you did a really good job. And also, I do have a following now, and I just want to do more and entertain them and show them what else I can do.
2, 3, 4.